Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we're back with another exciting episode of Silent Hunter 5. Where we last left off... Don't shut down the diesel engines, lads. We're leaving port, and we kind of need those to do that. Where we last left off... Oh, jeez, yes. U-boats in port. Surprising. We finished off all of the missions that are available to us. You can see we've only got the two over there. And they're both done. So, we need to find something to do. And I was sitting around thinking, well, what could we do? You know, nothing there. I saw right before I started recording this, one of the comments left on the video was like, hey, how about you head down to Gibraltar and check that out? That's a pretty cool idea. We'll be checking out Gibraltar eventually, but I was thinking what would make for a great mission is sinking that aircraft carrier that's sitting around in the channel. So that's what we're going to go off and do. We don't have the BDU orders. Is that right, Dieter? BDU doesn't want us out here. We took the Defiance. Yes, that's where we're heading, sort of. We took the Defiance on our own without orders. We've got a full load of torpedoes, as you can see, and I want to sink that little carrier task force that's in the English Channel. So that's what we're gonna go do, and I do believe we've got some promotion points to spend. We've got 7, so I'm just gonna make sure we actually complete this turn, because it's always touch and go leaving this harbor. And yeah, we'll be fine. Alright, I'll resume my personal favorite captain spot on making you my right-hand man, Dieter. Hope you appreciate the honor that is. And we'll go ahead and spend some of these promotion points. So, taking a look at it, our radio guy, he could use a little training, I think. He's kind of sitting here underutilized. So we'll pop him up. We'll give our torpedo guy
shallow waters, Captain.
another round of torpedoing, and then our cook, we can finish off our cook. That's a possibility. We got 2 more to do on the motor officer. That sounds like a much better idea. There we go. And we should also have some Iron Crosses left to give, so we'll give Olaf one. Thank you, sir, for your fine, wonderful service. And I believe the only other person who needs one is Erich here, so boom, there you go, buddy. We're all got Iron Crosses. And Guntram himself just has 2 medals. There we go. Crew's all upgraded. We're off to the English Channel. So, yeah. Think that's pretty much it. What else is going on? I guess as we leave the harbor, might as well talk about some non-Silent Hunter video game stuff, because of the new game for Axis announced. I think it was yesterday. Looks like it's sort of a spiritual successor to Alpha Centauri. They're doing another Civ in space, and I've only read a little bit about it. I'm super excited. Alpha Centauri is one of my most favorite, cherished games of my childhood, and yeah. Now, to be clear, it's not looking like it's actually a sequel or a remake of Alpha Centauri, but it's taken the idea of a space victory in Civ and sort of reimagining that with the Civ 5 engine and a whole bunch of other stuff. Delicious water. Sounds pretty cool. So, yeah, I should have looked before recording, I can't remember the name. I think it's like Civ Beyond Earth or something like that. Anyway, looks super cool. I haven't been like excited about a game just reading about it like this for a very long time. So, huzzah, Civ in space. It's been a long time, and I'm excited to see the directions that it goes. And hopefully it isn't like Civ 5 where it requires 2 expansions to feel like a complete Civ game. But time will tell. We'll see. And yeah, so that's exciting news. Is the warship gone? It is. She sailed. Oh, no, it isn't. Now, how could I miss that? That thing's massive. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. And I will be back when something exciting happens, because right now we're just leaving port, and it's not all that exciting. We've left Wilhelmshaven countless times. One more time isn't all that special. So I'll be back when probably when we hit the channel. All right, so we are now in the channel, and we have a tiny little warship coming down on us. And judging by its size, it's just a little torpedo boat.
Yes, sir. Man the deck up.
We're gonna drop our speed just a little bit and get old Willie here to, or Max,
Minimum
not
speed
Willie,
ahead.
to take care of it for us. In fact, we're in no real rush. Whoops.
Minimum speed back.
Let's stop to
All stop.
nothing. There we go. Now, this thing is a very tiny target, and it's a little bit out. So let's just see how far. Yeah, about 4 clicks out. But we're still getting shots in and around it, which is the important thing. And I'm sure all we need is really just one high explosive shell to land, and that should be the end of that little patrol boat. Now the trick, of course, is getting it to land, because it's a little tiny target, and we're bouncing around on the high seas. Well, not really the high seas, the channel. So we'll just let Max Bauer do his thing. And if it takes a while, I might try taking a few shots too. Why not? It is pretty tricky to see it, though. I'll tell you that much. All right, let's see here. About there, I think. Nope. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's try real close then. I should have been looking where that landed. There we go. That might be a better projectile path. Although I've got to imagine they're getting torpedoes ready to freaking fire at me. Yeah. Whoa, no, that was not what I wanted. I want to escape and then drop down. Good God, come on. Climb your damn tower, man. Go, 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 go. Let's get down. Let's get down. There we go. All right. Well, that was too exciting for my tastes. Let's just continue on. For certain, we've got destroyers that are probably interested in our position now. And so let's just cut that. See if we can see where they're coming from. Yeah, there's that guy still kicking around. We're not going to be able to get him with a torpedo launcher, though, because what is that? That's another. It's probably just another little torpedo boat, and indeed it is. But we're under. There's nothing we can do to them, so we're just going to have to avoid the destroyers. Now they shouldn't be around yet. 84. We'll just drop down and continue on. Alright, so we got some more guys coming. We'll just cut our engines, and just sit around, let us wait a bit, and they'll just pass by, lose interest, and we can continue on to find this aircraft carrier. Back when something exciting happens. Alright, so we're clear from the initial stages of the Straits, and we only took about 5% hull damage from all that machine gun fire, so I'm okay with that. I would have preferred not taking any damage, mind you. That's kind of going without saying, but all things considered, I'm okay with the way that went. And I think we're going to be safe here. Maybe not. That definitely looks like it might be more of a destroyer than a torpedo boat. It's definitely a big ship. So, perhaps be on the safe side. Let's just drop down. How is our battery power doing? 95%. That's fine. And let's just take a little artsy shot here. It's been a while since we've watched our ship go under. It certainly isn't as quick as it used to feel. I realize that, like, the speed is the same, but, you know, now this is normal speed for me to go under. I want this to go faster. And unfortunately, I think we're as full as we're going to be. You're going to want to get off that deck, Dieter. Dieter! Dieter! It's fine. He can hold his breath. Alright. Bring that periscope around. Let's keep our eye on this ship and see if he's going to come and say hello. Hopefully he won't. Hopefully he hasn't seen us. It doesn't look like they've got their sonar going, so I think we'll be able to just sort of sneak past him here. Definitely a ways out. And yeah, I think we're in the clear here. There we go. Look at that. Like we aren't even there. Get far enough away, make sure we're clear. We can surface the boat. And let's just make sure that I did actually bring that down. And I didn't, so now I will. We'll climb back up onto the deck. And continue on our merry way, back when something exciting happens. Alright, so we've made it through. And the concerning thing is, we haven't had a single aircraft contact yet. And generally, if the aircraft carrier is out and around, there'd be swordfish flying around. And we haven't had any of that. So that's a bit of a concern. We do have two contacts, though. We've got one little merchant ship over there. Not a concern on this trip. We're not going after merchant ships. Our targets are the warships. And we've got a contact, non-visual, of a warship up over yonder. It's just one, and it's going about 35 knots. So I'm thinking that whatever ship that is, it's not escorting an aircraft carrier. It's just doing its warship thing. So if we just increase speed a little bit. Yeah, so we got two of them. And like I say, I don't think they're escorting any sort of carrier, so we're going to drop down to periscope height, or depth, and just see if we can avoid them. Because we're not looking for those ships. We're looking for a ring of freaking destroyers around a nice juicy aircraft carrier, and they should be going slow because of the escort that they're, because of the escorts that, or the escorting that they are doing. So let's just go ahead and get ourselves dropped down. We can just make out now visually the destroyers out there, and there's two of them, but you know, nothing we're really all that concerned about. And we can just speed up some time here. Okay, so it looks like these guys are definitely coming this way. Let's kill our engines. And yeah, they probably are. We've got a lot of depth under the keel, which is good. And yeah, we can get rid of that now. We don't need that. But let's adjust ourselves so we're just like that. That should be good. Let's pull that around up front. Whoops, there, that's what I'm looking for. And there's one, there's two. And we are coming into contact range now, so let's cut our engine. And what I'm going to do is fire a torpedo at the lead ship here. And then sink down to cruise depth. And, you know, just hang out, hide out. Make it so that they can't really come and find us. Let's just speed up some time. This is another head-on shot, so I mean, it's not going to be all that easy to pull off. We can pull that around. And, whoa, that was too big. I don't need that all the way. Just a little bigger. Just a little bigger. There we go. Okay, so we've got the usual periscope issue of head-on shots. Being these things are a pain in the ass to line up. But that's okay. We can survive, I'm sure. Oh. And I've got to say, I don't understand why these things get so crazy with these head-on shots, why the periscope goes all nutso. It's probably because I'm using the easy aiming system. I mean, if I were using the calculated aiming system, it would probably be a bit easier to get these shots off. I'm not that concerned. It is what it is. I just want to sink this ship. That's all I care about. So as long as I can get this shot off, and there's a lot of, you know, not really a lot, but there is enough room for error on these shots that, you know, as long as the torpedo doesn't launch and go off in its own random direction, it's coming straight for us. We're aimed up straight for it. So, you know, this should be able to just half dummy fire it right into the guy. But again, see, the problem is just to get it lined up. There we go. It looks like it's got to go straight down the middle, otherwise the torpedo won't know where it's going. So this is looking pretty good for a straight down the middle shot. We should get it lined up in very, very quickly. So, los. Here we go. Now we will drop that down, and we will go down to that depth. Because, as it stands right now, I don't know why that spun so much. You know,
Current depth to 0 meters.
Can't really, I don't know what I was thinking. As it stands right now, we don't want to be right on the surface in case this guy comes along and, like, sails over us or drops depth charges. If we drop down to about 40 meters, they won't really know where we are. And we're far enough out now that they won't know the exact location where we were when we fired this torpedo. Plus, the crew will be a bit panicked because they just got hit by a freaking torpedo. And, you know, that's going to be a concern for them. But this is definitely going to be a hit.
0 meters.
Perfect. And it's yet another beautiful shot. Big asshole right there. She's going down. We hit their munitions, supplies, blew up the entire ship. It's one less destroyer we're going to have to worry about. Now, he's got a buddy over there. But I'm not going to really worry about that. Although sinking that would be fairly easy as well. But,
Current depth 50.
well, maybe we will. I mean, we look like we're continually dropping, which concerns me. We're supposed to go to 40, not 50. And who knows how... We're going to get cheaty for a bit. Who knows how deep this sucker actually can go. Well, we got tons of room. We got tons of room. Still, though, we can pop up to periscope depth and keep an eye on that second destroyer. In the meantime, this guy's going to be going down pretty quickly. Already getting very front heavy. And this hole we punched is already completely below the waterline, so we know this ship is just flooding. And there's nothing they can do about it, except let it go to the bottom now. So, you know, good work, guys. Thanks for showing up. It's Gunther von Babenberg and the crew of the Defiance salute you, and hope that your trip to the bottom is quick and uneventful, because you guys have already had enough excitement for one day. Let's see, we're still well below surface, so we can just add back. I'll just keep my eye on the depth meter. That would be the easiest way to do this. And once we get up to 14 meters or so, I know that we're ready to head up to the periscope and fire off another torpedo at that second destroyer coming for us. Yeah, this guy is done like dinner. With each wave, it just gets deeper and deeper. Alright, so we got the second guy up now. That's a very nice view. Let's take a look at you. Yeah, I'm well aware. Let's get that torpedo tube 2 up and see if we can't line this sucker up. So, same thing. Just wait for it. Blast off a torpedo. Hopefully we're lucky and get the same hit on the magazine, and then this will just be a pretty quick twofer on the Royal Navy. Still haven't found that aircraft carrier, but hey, 2 destroyers. I'll take it. This looks like a much more stable lock. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, you can probably you for sure you know we're out here, and you can probably see our periscope. Let's be honest. It's calm seas. It's a bright sunny day, clear sky. You can see where we're at. But what you're not counting on, of course, is us being incredibly aggressive and coming after you before you even get in range with your weapons. Oh, God, come on. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if these guys are able to dodge this shot. And it's not exactly perfectly lined up on that 3. Ah, son of a bitch. Yeah, already we're going to have to drop the speed down a little bit. Oh my God, come on. I can see it. I can see it where it's green. But my mouse just doesn't want to stay there. There we go. Lock it there. Close enough. That should hit. How are we looking? Okay, we can drop down lower then. And we'll just go up. It looks like that first destroyer, that's already under. Yep, there she is. Just, well, no, not even sticking out. Headed down, though. So that's exciting. And now let's see if we can't follow our torpedo in. I'm less confident this is going to be as good of a shot, but as long as it gets close, right? As long as it gets close to do damage, that's all that really matters.
Current depth 30 meters.
We got tons of room, so even if we go down to 50, that's fine. This might actually be okay. They're not taking any evasive maneuvers yet. Which I'm okay with. There is still a chance, though, that it'll just slide right past. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. They dodged it right at the last second, and unfortunately, it didn't collide with anything. But that's okay. It's okay because now they don't know where we're at. Still coming in. So what I might do is actually do something crazy, like a little bit of underwater maneuvering. Stay there. Don't go any lower than that. All right. And there, somewhere along this line here, is where that destroyer is going to be. But I'm hoping to have maneuvered myself into a slightly different position by the time they pop up, or by the time they get close to us. Now, we are going to have to kill our engines at some point here, so they don't pick us up. And we can probably bring it down to slow speed. You can see we're just on the periphery of their sonar. So we'll pull that, and then we can actually, let's see. Are they going to adjust course? Nope. No course adjustment whatsoever. Oops, that was not the view that I wanted. And there it is. Looks like it's slowing down. Probably going to be doing their little depth charge circles.
Torpedo missed, sir.
Well aware that torpedo missed. That is fine. Let's just see if we can't keep an eye on it. And if I'm reading this correctly, he's just moving on past. Seems a little crazy to me, but hey, who am I to judge what the Royal Navy's up to? We'll just get ourselves up to periscope height. Or depth. What have you. Take a look around. Well, there he is. And we get our speed up. No, we're probably not going to be able to pull off a rear-facing torpedo shot here. Maybe if I do full speed 2? No, that's not going to work either. All right, well, they're definitely there. Oh, I see. You're coming around the front. Okay, well then, yeah, we can probably get a shot off here. That's as slow as it's going to go. What if we pump the speed up all the way? We could possibly line up a 2. Come on. No, you're not going to give me my periscope? How about if we do that? That might work. Alright, so let's make this a bit bigger. Alright, well, they can definitely see us. And that's not a surprise. But hopefully, we can just get a torpedo off and... And then it won't really matter that they can see us, because we'll be shooting at them. I can already tell this is a bit of an odd angle to be launching a torpedo at, but I think we'll be able to pull this off. Yeah, you're definitely coming around, aren't you? You're definitely coming to investigate. Take a look at what just popped up out of the water. It's not a good day for you, man. It's not a good day, because now we're angled better. Our torpedo's actually angled better now than the head-on shot that we usually go for. We got a bit of a side shot. Los. Let's drop that down. And then reposition ourselves. Maybe out like that.
Course 58. Returning to course.
And yeah, they can hear us. That's fine. I'm okay with that, because we've got a torpedo coming in. Somewhere. Where you at, torpedo? There it is. And that is a miss. Unfortunately. Okay, well. This guy is soaking up all my torpedo shots. And I don't like it. I mean, we still have enough to sink an aircraft carrier. So that's not too much of a concern. Let's cut our engines and drop down deeper.
Current depth 20 meters. Current depth 30 meters. Current depth 40 meters. Current depth 50 meters.
And let's just see. And that's where he's at. No doubt going to be dropping depth charges. Yep. Didn't do a thing, though. And I would imagine this guy's going to be coming back for a second pass.
2, 1, ready.
Yep, he is. And where's he at? That's definitely the front of the ship. Must just be out in the ether still somewhere. Just doing circles. And I believe he's lost interest.
Periscope depth.
Let's go up to periscope depth. Get this ready to go in that direction so we don't have to have it sticking out for too long. And there it is. Sailing away. All right. Peace out, sucker. I'm okay with that. Let us get ourselves into a better position for this harbor, because I think that's the home harbor of the aircraft carrier, although I'm not entirely certain. I could be wrong in that assumption. Wouldn't be the first time that that's happened. And we should be close enough now that we can just surface the boat. Let's drop that down just to make sure. I did see the sonar ratings, or the sonar warning zone pop up. So let's just make sure that we're definitely not out of visual range of this thing. And he's probably going to come back around. The important thing, though, is that if he does come back around, he's more lined up for a shot from the rear tube launcher. So let's get that ready. Let's get that turned around. And let's get that lock set up, shall we? No, that was not what I wanted. Now that I know you can resize it, I'm just like, hey, let's hit that button that resizes it. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. This guy is definitely turning around to come take a look at us. Perfect. Just what I wanted. We'll get that set. We got our torpedo going as fast as we can. And this is another head-on attack. For some reason, I can't target him. That's okay. We'll just let him get in. Bit closer, I guess. And he's still not targetable. Okay, let's get out of the periscope. And let's go back into the periscope. Spin it around. There he is. Not targetable. I'm sure you guys can hear me hammering on that spacebar. I don't know why. Now he's targetable. Okay, there we go. So just getting him in closer range. There we go. Typical frustrating shot to line up. You see, what concerns me is like the little bouncing that goes on there, right? Oh my god, come on. It's like I need to turn my mouse sensitivity way down, but just for this stuff. Oh, he's already gone past, has he? Okay, so we'll have to do that. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is just not going to happen. We're going to set that down as low as it possibly can. Oh, come on. This is just frustrating. Flinging it around in a circle always helps. Okay. We'll try this. Actually, let's see. Where's that sitting? Well past. Okay, so it's got to stay like this. Why? Like, I'm sure if I just launched it. Okay, that's staying nice and green. It's pretty well lined up. And I don't see how that happens. I don't understand why. It's just like, no, that's not a lock anymore. Like, it hasn't moved. Oh my god. Screw it. What's the worst that can happen? It's a straight-on shot. Let's drop down a bit deeper and see if this torpedo does any better. At least it didn't pull a 180 and go off in a completely different direction. That much I am thankful for. Because they do have a tendency to do that. It's happened to me at least once. And that's frustrating, because it's like, no, I just wanted you to fire, you stupid torpedo. I had you lined up and everything, and then you take a random right turn for some reason. And I'm thinking that this might not be a hit, to be honest. Yeah, that's not a hit. So freaking close. So freaking close. But, you know what? This isn't hand grenades or horseshoes. This is torpedoes. So close doesn't really count for anything. Alright, I'm gonna wait this guy out, and I will be back when something exciting happens. Alright, so the destroyer is gone, and what I'm doing is just transferring my external reserves from the outside of the ship to the inside of the ship, because inside's better. We can actually make use of them that way. So, once that's completed, and we can see it doesn't take that long. There's one in, and that other one should be coming down sometime soon. I would imagine. Okay, oh, I guess it's loading there. So, yep, it's in, we're ready. We don't need to actually dive down. What we do need to do is go find that aircraft carrier. So let's continue on, and I will be back when we find it. All right, so here's the plan. I'm fairly confident that the aircraft carrier is in and around this region if it shows up. So we're just going to do a circle of this region. We're going to get some nice view of the interior islands, and hopefully we'll come across something we're shooting. We got a freighter over there. Not today, man. Today's your lucky day. We're not told to sink you, so we're not going to sink you. Just keep going on your happy, merry way, and we'll continue looking for Royal Navy warships to sink. So, hopefully back with something exciting. And here's our first sign of the aircraft carrier actually being around. We have a swordfish floating through the air over yonder. This is good, because these are carrier-launched planes, so this means somewhere around here there is a carrier. Now, that guy's too far out, as much as I would love to get my guys to shoot him down. We'll still order our guys onto the flak guns. Perfect. But, like I say, this guy's too far out. I don't think we'll be shooting this guy down. But this is good news. This is real good news. This means that the aircraft carrier is around. Now, the plane is heading in this direction. This could mean one of two things. It's coming from the aircraft carrier, or it's going to the aircraft carrier. Sadly, I don't know which one it is. If I did, that would be incredible information to have, because then I'd know who to go after. But at least we know it's out here. So hopefully I'm back with the actual carrier fleet. Alright, so after sailing around quite a bit, we've come across a military task force. And that, to me, looks like that might be an aircraft carrier. So I say now is the time to drop ourselves down and get ourselves ready for a hunt. Now, if we take a look at the old map here, they're coming this direction, and we're sitting this direction. Now, obviously, those two guys there were destroyers. That much we know. So I think what we're going to want to do is put ourselves into a position like that. And we may be attracting some unwanted attention. Not entirely sure.
Shut down diesel engines. Current depth 10 meters.
Let's just spin this sucker back around, zoom in, and hopefully...
New contact. Warship moving slow. Closing. Bearing 8-6. Long range.
that positioning looks good there. So we'll just stop our engines and see what we can see. So we got our escorts, we got our carrier. And yeah, I think we're ready. Just a matter of positioning and making sure we don't give our position away to those horrible, horrible destroyers. We want to get these shots off on the carrier. The destroyers are secondary. I don't know how many torpedoes it takes to sink an aircraft carrier, I'll be honest with you. But we've got 4 in the tubes and 4 in reserve. So I have my doubts it'll take more than 4. This might be a good time to use our salvo button. But we'll find out. What we really need to do now is just wait for these guys to get into position.
New contact. Warship moving slow. Closing. Bearing 9-9. Long range.
Now, check their speed. These guys are going a whopping 15 knots. And I'm hoping, let's see here. So that's where they're going to be when they get lined up. So we might want to move ourselves in just a bit closer. And we'll pop that down so they don't see us while we maneuver.
All stop.
We'll see how that is. All right, we'll pop that up. We're going to have to be quick about using this periscope. Yeah, and there she be. There she be. We got other ships in range, obviously, but that is our target. So, no point in leaving that up now, because we're going to need these guys to get into position anyway. Okay. I have a feeling we're not in close enough. In fact, I know we're not in close enough into this formation here to get a shot off on that.
Tracking new target.
We are close enough to get a shot off on this destroyer.
Firing tube 1.
So we'll fire that and then pop that back down. And hopefully that takes out the destroyer. So we've got ourselves a bit of a window to move into the actual formation. Maneuvering right now, even with the level of sound coding we've got, is going to be a bit tricky. There's no question about that. Let's just pop up and see. Is this guy going to get hit? I think so. Ho, 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 ho! Now, I thought I've had successful shots before, but splitting a ship in twain like that? That's what I'm talking about. This gives us a window we're going to need to exploit to get in closer.
Slow speed ahead. Half speed ahead.
But these guys definitely know we're here now. There's no question about that. Man, that was a good shot. I am pleased to the knees with that thing. Yeah. Split him in twain. Never done anything like that before. Sure, I've taken the front off a ship or the back off a ship, but right in two? Guntram von Babenberg strikes again. See if we can do that to an aircraft carrier. I'm doubtful, personally, but you never know. All right, let's increase speed a little bit, although yeah, we're gonna need to adjust out to like there, but we got that guy running around who is gonna pick up on us quicker than we would like, so let's do that and drop down.
Current depth 20 meters. Current depth 30 meters. Current depth 50 meters.
Okay, we can head back to periscope depth. Almost very poorly hit surface level, and that would have been absolutely devastating for our ship. So I'm glad I didn't do that. All right, we got a ship there. We got another ship out there. I think that is going to be my target, though. So let's get another torpedo tube up and ready. And as tempting as it is to go to that cheaty view, I don't know. I want to see that ship sink. Really, that's what I want to see. If it hasn't sunk already. Chances are it's already in the bottom, but Okay, let's speed this up. All right. Oh, so that is the ship that I hit. Okay, good. Where is everything else? They're already that way, huh? Oops. Let's see. Full speed. Not very likely. Although we got this guy here. Let's drop that speed off. And I mean, that is almost a perfect shot. So let's line that up. Yeah, that might be a miss. But, you know, that'll be another destroyer we can sink, which will get us into another good position. Our battery levels are looking super fine. So let's go back and head that way. While we're doing it, let's pop up into my cheaty view. Find that destroyer we launched that torpedo at. And let's see. I'm doubtful. Oh no, I'm not doubtful anymore. I'm pleased. It's another hit. I don't know if this guy's going to be going down. Yep, he will be. So that's two destroyers with as many torpedoes. I'm pleased with that. Good shot. Not nearly as good, of course, as, you know, splitting it in twain, but you can't win them all. So it's 2 destroyers down. These guys are going a whopping 15 knots. We're going to need to really push our electric engines here to try and catch these guys. I'll be perfectly honest, I don't know if we're going to be able to. 10 knots, they're going 15. About the only way we can catch these guys is if we surface. If we surface, quite obviously we become a very big target for their guns, which is not good. Because we don't want to get shot at, we want to do the shooting. And so far we've already done, you know, a fair amount of damage. 2 destroyers is nothing to laugh at, but I just don't think we're going to be able to get the speed to catch the rest of these guys. The good thing is, we know they're out patrolling. We know they're out here. So, you know, it's just kind of a matter of trying to figure out where they would be headed and to follow along. Obviously, moving 5 knots below their speed, we're never going to catch them. So we're going to have to come up with another little plan here to actually sink these guys. And taking a look at how long this episode has gone on, I'm thinking it's going to be a good time to just sort of leave the video where it is and pick it up next time. So let's go ahead and do that. We will save this game as at sea, because that's exactly what we're doing. Although, no, let's call this something completely different. A carrier hunt. Why not? Save it there. So, thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.